Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. It's Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday to be. In fact, good to have you with us. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we've got your HCC news and information and some special guests in the next half hour. First things first, let's get to my co-host this morning. Dr. Melissa Miller-Waters is joining us. She's a faculty director of the Educational Policy and the interim co-director of Accreditation and Compliance. Good to see you, Melissa. How are you?
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this your first time co-hosting the show?
This is my first time co-hosting the show. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're doing a great job so far. We're happy to have you with us as one of our co-hosts, and we're shake things up these days. We like to bring in people from across the college, and you're one of those. And we want to thank everyone who's watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. You can catch us every morning, 10 a.m. We are live. We stream on Facebook and YouTube. And Melissa, they can also catch us in social media, and we're on a certain cable channel as well.
That's awesome.
Yes, so you can catch us on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. in Houston Community College District. That's where you look for us in social media. Okay, Melissa, stick around because you're going to be interviewing this next guest, Dr. Chassity Holliman-Douglas. He's the Associate Vice Chancellor, HCC Special Programs and Success. Good to see you, Dr. Holliman-Douglas. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And we've got a lot to talk with you as well, a wide range of topics. So Melissa's going to be with you shortly. So grab some coffee. You got time to do so. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Okay, let's kick things off. It's Tasty Tuesday, and we've got Paul Qui. He is the owner and co-founder of Golfstrommen, our Tasty Tuesday guest. Now, Golfstrommen correct me, Paul, if I'm saying this wrong, but it's more or less a neo-fjordic restaurant. You guys have a little bit of fusion going on. And I looked at your menu. Now, if I was just looking at it and you didn't tell me that it had Nordic ties, I would think you're a fusion. You've got some seafood on there. It looks like you've got maybe some sushi things going on there. It's a real fusion-based menu from what I can tell. Let's see, your mic is muted. Can we get you to unmute your mic?
So what Golfstrommen is we are a sustainable seafood market.
Yeah.
So the main thing that we do is just bring amazing seafood to the Houston area. Our menu does vary depending on the night, and we have a lot of inspiration from all over the world.
I mean, it looks great. I'm really looking forward to getting down there. And you guys are located in the Post-Market Food Hall. And if you haven't seen this yet, folks, it's the old post office downtown. They've turned it into it's an incredible thing that they've turned this into. And there's actually a food hall, and you're one of 6 restaurants there?
No, so my company FAM, we operate about 6 restaurants, but we're actually 6 out of 32 concepts inside the hall.
Wow, 32 inside 32. The food hall. So there's a choice for everybody there.
Yep, we have everything from West African cuisine to ramen to pizza, Filipino, Thai.
Man, I got to get out there. Now, your history is you were on Top Chef and also James Beard Award winner for Best Chef of the Southwest.
Correct. I was fortunate enough to be on Top Chef and win Top Chef Texas. That was like a decade ago, so I'm a little bit of old news. And I got my James Beard Award for being the best chef in Texas back in best chef Southwest back in 2012 or 2013.
Wow. Yeah. Well, tell me about FAM Hospitality Group.
So it's a restaurant group that I formed actually during the pandemic. It's made up of a bunch of restaurants that I got to collaborate with and make with my friends. And we just kind of have fun with our cuisine.
And you guys, how did Golfstrommen come about? How did you get the idea to launch a fjordic Nordic type restaurant in Houston, Texas?
So I have a really good friend from Bergen, Norway. His name's Christopher Hattoff. He's a Michelin-starred chef from Norway, and he's been a friend of mine for about 6 to 7 years. We kind of kept in touch, and he flew me out to Norway to cook in his kitchen. He cooked in my kitchen, and in the U.S., and we've kept in touch ever since. And I guess we always dreamed of doing a restaurant together, and this food hall seemed like it was a perfect fit for us.
And what is Heritage Seafood? What is that all about?
So Heritage Seafood is essentially our partner that helps us get a lot of our amazing seafood. He's a one-man operation. He drives to the coast for us to get our seafood. He brings us our snapper. We even got stone crab claws from Texas.
Wow.
And a whole bunch of other really, really cool seafood. But Heritage Seafood is, I feel like he brings the best seafood into Texas.
And, you know, let's go back to the menu because it really does intrigue me. And it excites me as well. You've got shellfish. You've got raw cold with things like bluefish tuna, Norwegian salmon toro. You've got platters going on. You got a classic seafood platter. Is that like your take on what we'd expect here in Texas? Because when we think seafood platter, we're thinking fried seafood and everything and a lot of it.
Yeah, we do fry whole snappers, and we sell a lot of shellfish platters. So you get oysters, shrimp, clams, all sorts of good stuff. And we do fry all sorts of seafood.
And is if for people who are used to, you know, going to get Cajun fried seafood or things like that, is this going to be a similar experience or is it going to be a whole different take? What can they expect?
It's going to be a whole different take. Our food is very light. There's a lot of acidic flavors.
Yep.
We use a lot of dill. we definitely have a lot of dill and a lot of lemon. But I mean, what people can expect is they can expect the best seafood in Houston. And I could say that competing against any sushi bar.
Well, it sounds like you're bringing it in fresh daily, so you can't beat that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Tell me about the snitter because that's on your menu as well. And it says Norwegian open face sandwich. What exactly is it?
Correct. It was kind of a little bit of a joke from Christopher and I because I guess because I was trying to ask him what was an iconic Norwegian dish. And that's the first thing that came to his head. But it's a sandwich that it's usually done in white bread where you cut the edges off. And it's usually only served during birthdays and funerals.
Wow. Okay.
So we sort of did a more fun take with it with some locally baked sourdough from Badalina. When we put a lot of different delicious toppings on it, like smoked salmon. We got like some smoked butter, poached crab. Same thing with lobster. Really good stuff.
Yeah, I see a Jonah crab sandwich, and you had me a crab and sandwich. I've never had a crab. Well, actually, I'll correct myself. I'm from New Orleans originally, and soft shell crab, if you're familiar with those, there's nothing like a fried soft shell crab sandwich. But I'm interested in your crab sandwich. So is that one of your big sellers, or what is your best seller?
It's definitely one of our big sellers, and we usually sell out of the Jonah crab. It's a crab that we do get from the East Coast. It's shucked fresh for us. It's just delicious.
You have a kitchen right behind you. Do you have any dishes you can show us? Some of the things that you're pumping out?
Actually, we got one of our snitters right behind me.
Oh, cool. All right. So we get to see the debut on a snitter on TV. I got to see this.
This is essentially what a snitter is. This one is done with some fresh shucked lobster from Maine.
Wow. Wow. There you go.
Better shot.
So, oh, man. Now, is that the Jonah one that you were talking about?
No, this is actually lobster. So this is some fresh shucked lobster from Maine. It's got some house-made potato chips. It's sitting on some butter lettuce, and we've got our homemade, basically, our homemade dressing. That's very similar to Russian dressing, and it's on some grilled bread made by Badalina.
And I'm looking at that. So that's the lobster salad sandwich. You've also got a cold smoked salmon and the Jonah crab. I got to get there to try one of those. You also have small plates on there as well. So really people could come there and get some, it looks like the raw cold. Is that going to be similar to sushi type food?
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. We actually age a lot of fish in house. So we have some aged fish. We do have a sushi night because, my head chef here came. He was a head sushi chef at Uchi, so he has to get his sushi fix every Tuesday. So we offer sushi every Tuesdays, just so he could keep his skills sharp.
So tonight's sushi night. Tonight
is sushi night, and then every Wednesday. Mondays we do $2 oysters. Right, it's our industry night, and Wednesdays we have a guest chef night. Tonight is sushi night.
And what time does sushi night start tonight?
Sushi night starts at 5 o'clock.
Okay. All right. That's where I think I'm going to be heading tonight. Okay. All right, Paul, it's been great speaking with you. Folks, you got to check it out. Golfstrommen, they're at the new Post Houston TX, the new area downtown, which is incredible. And yeah, I think I'm going to head there for sushi night tonight. Paul, thank you for joining us on the show. We wish you continued success, and looks like some great stuff. If you're interested in Golfstrommen, we'll have some information in our social media post after the show. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, Melissa, you like sushi?
Oh my goodness. Tasty Tuesday is the perfect introduction to this. I'm starving now, and I too am headed to the Post.
All right. All right. Well, go ahead. I know you've got some exciting things to talk about as well.
I do. Today we're joined by Dr. Chassity Holliman-Douglas. She works in student services and oversees and stewards many of the special programs that come out of that area. What she does, what you do, is fundamental to our mission. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Melissa. I'm excited to be here. My department is working really hard, getting ready for students, so I'm excited to talk about the things we're doing.
Excellent. So one of the things that you oversee and work with really closely is our veteran and military affiliated student services. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us what's going on right now within that area?
Yeah, sure. So right now, as I was stating, we are focused on preparing for our students to return in just a couple of weeks, right? The summer flew by, has flown by. And so we're preparing for our students. As you know, or as you may know, we have Veterans Resource Centers located at, I believe, 4 of our different college locations. We have one at Central, one at Southeast, Stafford, and Alief. And so those are open to all of our veteran and their families. So please stop by. We have coffee available. It's just a great place to be able to meet other veterans, but also get the support that you need.
That's really great. And it's open to the families as well.
Yes, their spouses, kids, anyone.
Yeah.
So please stop by.
That's great. That's great. Do you have any important upcoming events that we should know about?
We do. So in addition to the work that we're doing on our campuses, we're also very intentional about building community partnerships. And so we have a lot of different partnerships that our director, Capri Thomas, has been working on building. And it's all about providing those additional resources and support for our veterans. One in particular that I would love to share with you is a Veterans Business Expo and Reception that's coming up in September. The actual date is September 30th. You can get more information on our website, but it's going to be a great opportunity to share a lot of the community veteran-owned businesses. So it's open to anyone on any of our campuses, our community. Come out, see what veteran-supported businesses or owned businesses we have available in Houston.
That's a really great sort of relationship between us and the community. That'll be really beneficial.
Yeah, and actually, Melissa, I didn't mention it's with the Veterans Chamber of Commerce. So it's a great partnership collaboration with them, as well as the City of Houston Veterans Office. So 2 very strong partnerships.
That is so great. And it looks as if you also have some roundtables that are slated for this fall.
Yeah. So again, another exciting partnership to bring some of our external community leaders on our campuses so that we can all kind of talk about how are we supporting the military affiliated community. So we will be having a roundtable discussion on October the 18th from 7 to 11 at the Alief campus at the West Houston Institute. So again, that's open for everyone. But I also want to highlight the education symposium that we have coming up. It's a symposium and resource fair. And so it's a chance for our community to learn more about the resources that we have available on campus and in the community to support our veterans. That resource fair will be on September the 14th from 8 to 4 at the Southeast campus. So lots of fun activities coming up, all for our veterans.
I mean, y'all have so much going on in that area. And I also think that ramping up to the fall semester, you are going to have lots of information sessions for veterans and their families?
Yeah, so we always kick off our semesters with having an information session so that our veterans have all the information they need around the GI Bill process, around the benefits that are available, and VA resources. So we do have 2 in-person opportunities for our information sessions. One is on August 10th, and then the other is on September the 7th. And I don't want to get anyone confused, but go on our website to find out the locations. I'll just state August 10th is at Central Campus from 10 to 2, and then September 7th is at A-Leaf. And then we have a virtual opportunity as well on WebEx. And so you can go on our website to sign up for that as well. August 17th for virtual.
Thank you so much. And so that website will be available in the social media should any of you need to find that link after this show. You also oversee counseling and ability services. And I think one of the things that has happened with our pandemic and the mitigation is it has become very clear to us that well-being and counseling is so vital, not only to us, but also to our students. Can you talk a little bit about what's going on in that area?
Sure. So you're right, Melissa. The pandemic has really unearthed a lot of the different issues that our students are facing, as well as our faculty and staff. And so we really want to equip our students with skills and knowledge and different resources to help get them through any type of hurdles that they're going through, as well as our faculty and staff are knowing how to work with our students. And so we do have a mental health first aid training that we've been offering to faculty and staff to be able to assist our students. Those slots have been filling up very quickly throughout the summer, but I want the community to know that we do have several other sessions that will be offered and scheduled for this fall. They're very high demand, but there's a lot of partnerships that we've also developed. Our director, Dr. Manaz Kalani, building partnerships with community is something that's really her forte. And so she's been very intentional about building partnerships with a lot of organizations that offer support for survivors of domestic violence, substance abuse, sexual assault, and overall our basic needs support as well. So you'll see more information about that. And then the last one I'll mention, we have a mental health one-on-one training, that these are regular training sessions for faculty, staff, and students. And all of the information can be found on our counseling page about when those will be published and happening.
That's so great. Thank you so much for all of the really good information that comes out of the counseling area. I took that mental health first aid training a while back. Okay. And it was really useful, particularly for those of us who are faculty and have to sort of deal with some of those things as they come up in our classrooms. And so thank you so much for providing those opportunities for all of us so that we can get better at what we do.
That is awesome. And that's a lot of the feedback that we've been receiving. So I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. Another area hugely important to HCC that you oversee are our international student services. How is that going?
It's going great. As you know, HCC still holds the place for having the largest population of international students among all community colleges in the nation. Yeah. So we're really excited about that. So we're very intentional about the support that we provide to our international students. So we have some orientations coming up to make sure that they have the information that they need. Our orientations focus on academic integration. We can't think that they'll be able to come here and just be able to transition easily without us being able to make sure that we're giving them the tools that they need. Right. So we have our virtual option on August the 11th is coming up for our international students. Where they'll hear a welcome, they'll meet Dr. Graves, our Vice Chancellor for Student Services, as well as myself. And there'll be other important topics that will be discussed that day. And then on August the 12th is our face-to-face orientation date. And that will be at the Central Campus in the auditorium, where we'll really get into more detail about CVIS and their visa status and academic advising, insurance, student life, all the ways that they can get involved and make sure that they're successful while they're here in the United States studying.
I mean, it's so complicated. And I love it that you're offering both the virtual and the face-to-face options for students based on what they need. Are there any other things that you want to say to us before we head out?
Yeah, it's just one other program, our Community College Initiative program. So we're really excited. This program is a short-term program where we invite students from other countries to come here, and they're only here for 1 year. But during that 1 year, they're able to get an academic certificate. Sorry,
oh, that's great.
An academic certificate. They get to meet and engage with other domestic students. They build on their leadership skills, English language proficiency. And so we currently have 16 students from various different countries around the world who are here on our campuses, and they'll be here until May. So we were really excited about that partnership as well. So when you see them, welcome them and just, wrap your arms around them and bring them in.
That is so exciting. Thank you so much, Dr. Chassity Holliman-Douglas, for joining us this morning. And all of these details, so that you can go and look at all of this information, will be available on our social media sites. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you both. Melissa, we've got a couple of announcements to go through. One of them, I'll ask you, have you signed up for convocation yet?
I have. I signed up for the early morning one.
Good, because right now it's registration's open for our convocation. HCC open registration for its fall 2022. Can you believe we're already talking fall 2022? Our convocation, it's called Harnessing Our Entrepreneurial Capacity. It'll offer 2 sessions at the Stafford Center with bus transportation provided from 3 campuses to get you there. Also, the first 500 people to register will receive a limited edition copy of Carol S. Dweck's Mindset book. That'll be available for you as a gift if you sign up. Friday, August the 19th is the date. It's at the Stafford Center. 10 a.m. is the morning session. 2 p.m. is the afternoon session. There are buses that are going to be picking people up. You can go to 3 campuses, check your registration site for the designated bus stop, but it's at HCC Central, Northeast College, and one at the Northwest College. We'll have all that information in our social media post after the show. And Melissa, there is a women's business shower for women entrepreneurs that's happening this week.
Excellent. And I believe that I'm not seeing those details. Can you fill us in?
Okay. I've got it here. It's 9 a.m. to noon this Friday, and it's going to be at HCC's Central College. The event will include food, music. Always food is a big attraction.
Yes.
Whenever you've got an event, you got to have food. Well, they've got you covered. Food, music, panel discussions, and guest speakers from HCC's Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business and MDBA, along with all types of other happenings there. We'll have registration information in our social media post after the show. And if you'd like to consider education as a field of study, HCC's education programs at the Southeast College, they're offering a wide array of them. Visit their website. We'll have that link after the show. Are you familiar with the Eagle Promise?
I am familiar with the Eagle Promise. I think it's one of the most wonderful things that we offer.
It is. It really, and it looks like, now correct me if I'm wrong, but it's geared at really graduating seniors from high school.
It is. It's geared for graduating seniors in high school. And if they have a certain GPA,
Right.
What we do is offer them tuition coverage
Right.
for those early semesters.
Yeah, see, it's kind of cool because we have scholarships and financial aid and grants that are available. But what this Promise program does is it picks up all those extra costs. So really, if you're a graduating senior, you have a certain GPA, this is a great deal. You basically get to go to college or community college at HCC for free. It's the Eagle Promise program. The qualifying students will get money to cover tuition fees and books for each semester. And another thing I know you're very supportive of is the HCC Foundation drive they do with the faculty and staff, because you can sign up each year. It really is a very painless process, and you can help students get through college by giving money to the foundation.
Yes. And there are so many really good endowments at the foundation that faculty, staff Should you decide that you want to be involved in that, you can pick the one that fits your sensibilities. So if you wanted to support scholarships for students, there are opportunities for that. If you want to support emergency funds for any of our adjunct faculty or faculty, you can support that.
Right.
If you want to support funds that would provide funding for faculty as they explore professional development, or if you want to provide funding for staff as they explore professional development, there are all kinds of options for all kinds of giving.
So you can more or less direct where the funds are going to go. And the easy part about it is you sign up, it's taken out of your paycheck, you never see it. You never miss it. That's right. Yeah. And you can really, and really for the students, and you've probably heard this too, but I know for the students, it's life-changing because a lot of times they're wondering, am I going to be able to pay rent this semester? Right. Or my hours have been cut at work. How do I get through college? I want to graduate. I just don't have the extra funds to do so. And then the foundation steps in.
That's exactly right. And one of the things that we have discovered is that I think when we came into this work, we thought, oh, students would need a whole lot of money. But what we have discovered is that a lot of times it's $200 or $300, just that
little extra. Yeah, that little extra that they can help that really makes a big difference in their lives. Okay, one final thing. Registration is ongoing right now. We've still got 5 ways to learn, 2 of them online. 2 of them are hybrid, where you can do some online and in-person, and the return of in-person classes. They're happening on campuses as well. They're filling up fast. So go to hccs.edu/apply to get registered today. Real quickly, tomorrow's Gaming Wednesday. We're going to be talking Dungeons and Dragons and Star Wars. Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, in Star Wars. You can't go wrong. You literally
cannot go wrong.
And then we've got the return of Chair Min Pham of the Architectural Design and Construction Center of Excellence. They're going to be on the show tomorrow. So big show tomorrow. Make sure you join us. Melissa, you did a great job. We're going to have to get you back on here again, okay?
Thank you so much for having me. I've had just a wonderful time with you all.
All right. We're going to get you back on again. All right. Put it on the schedule, Melanie. Okay. Folks, thanks for being here this morning. I will see you tomorrow morning live, 10 a.m. right here for Up to the Minute.